how to unstain silk, because I have this vintage American flag jacket made out of American flag from like 1990, and I took it out of storage and it smelled really gross, so I just threw it in the wash without thinking, and it's silk, and then now all of this is like very pink.
Yes and no. It depends what temperature that red ran on. Oh God, what temperature did you put it in? Because obviously the dye is fugitive, it runs. I love that, fugitive dye, it runs. So, because you're going to have to rinse it. Now, my normal thing for colour stain things is oxygen bleach, but obviously because that dye runs and it's silk, you can't do that. Now, I think that it will come out if you get some hydrogen peroxide and you paint it on the white bits, and it should take the pink away. You can test that theory on a little hidden bit, just a tiny little bit, somewhere where it really won't show. Put a bit of peroxide on it and see if it takes the pink out. Now, the only issue with that is that you are going to need to get that peroxide off the jacket. It's not going to be too bad because it does break down quite quickly, but you really don't want, especially because it's an old jacket and it'll be quite fragile anyway. So you've got to be a bit careful. But assuming the peroxide works, you would have to rinse it in cold water and dry it and press it. So the first thing you need to do is find out if that red dye runs in cold water. So put a bit of the red in, don't make it any worse, bunch up a little bit of the red, put it in some water, cold or lukewarm for sense. Leave it for a bit, give it a chance for whatever it is. Take it out and then get a white towel and squeeze it firmly between the towel. Put a weight on it so it sits there for a little bit. Pull it up and see if any of the red dye has transferred to the towel. If it has, you're not going to be able to do it. If it hasn't, you might be in luck. But you are going to have to be quick because you don't want to leave that peroxide on. So, I would get a bowl and very carefully, 1/2-inch paintbrush, paint the white bits quite quickly. Careful not to get the peroxide on the other bits. Paint it all over quite gently and then rinse it off in cold water. Roll it up in a towel, put it on a towel, roll it up to squeeze the excess water off, dry it on a hanger and press it. But do check that the peroxide does the job first. You don't want to do that and discover that it doesn't work and or that it rots out the peroxide.